Dear students, we are studying embryo sac or female gametophyte. In embryo sac or female gametophyte has how many cells? 3 cells towards the callosal end. These 3 cells are called antipodals. 3 cells towards callosal end are called antipodals. 3 cells towards the micropylar end form egg apparatus. This egg apparatus has 2 synergid and 1 egg cell. Egg apparatus has 2 synergid and 1 egg cell. At the base of synergid is filiform apparatus. What is this filiform apparatus? It guides the entry of pollen tube into the embryo sac or female gametophyte. So, filiform apparatus is an irregular projection towards the micropylar end. It guides the entry of pollen tube into the embryo sac. Two nucleus in the center are called polar nuclei. 2 nuclei in the center are called polar nuclei. These polar nuclei lie in the central cell. So, in our book, central cell is not shown. Only 2 nuclei are there. Just you make a small cell like this. That is the central cell. So, embryo sac is 8 nucleate and 7 cell structure. This embryo sac or female gametophyte is the gametophyte generation of angiospermic plant. It is haploid. Now, what is the difference between male and female gametophyte? Already you have studied male gametophyte develops inside the anther of stamen, while female gametophyte develops inside the ovule of the carpel or the pistil. Male gametophyte in the beginning has 2 nuclei, one vegetative and second generative. Afterwards, generative nucleus divide into 2 male gametes or 2 male nuclei. So, in the beginning, male gametophyte is binucleate. Then, afterwards, it becomes trinucleate. What is female gametophyte? It is an 8 nucleate structure. Then, male gametophyte, further development of male gametophyte depend when it shed on the stigma of gynoecium. It has to move through any agent towards the stigma of gynoecium. It is non-movable. Female gametophyte is non-movable. So, this is the difference between male and female gametophyte. Now, after this, pollination is described in our book. You know, in higher organism, there is a mechanism called pollination to bring male and female unit together. This pollination is of three types: autogamy, geitonogamy, and xenogamy. Auto means self, gamous means marriage. In autogamy, the pollen of same flower shed on the stigma of the same flower. Repeating, auto means self, gamous means marriage. Here pollen of same flower fall on the stigma of the same flower. These flowers are of two types: chesmogamous and clistogamous. In some plant like Viola, oxalis and Commelina, what happens? The plant has two types of flower. Chesmogamous flower are aerial. They are born in air. And clistogamous flower grow underground in bud condition. Chesmogamous flowers are pollinated like other aerial flowers, but clistogamous flowers remain in bud condition underground. Now, because they are closed, remain in the form of bud, so when anther become mature, it dehisces. Dehisces means split, breaks. Anther breaks and pollens are shed directly on the stigma. So it is a good device for promoting self-pollination. So autogamy is of pollination. What is autogamy? Pollination between same flower. Chesmogamous, aerial flower. Clistogamous, underground flower, which remain in the bud condition. Second type of pollination is called geitonogamy. Geiton, Greek word, meaning is neighbor, and gamos means marriage. Here, two flowers of same plant pollinate each other. In geitonogamy, two flowers of same plant pollinate to each other. Means pollen of one flower fall on the stigma of other flower of the same plant. This geitonogamy is like it is cross pollination. Geitonogamy is like cross pollination, but because it occurs in the same plant, genotype remains the same. Third is xenogamy. What is the meaning of xenogamy? It is cross pollination between flowers of two different plants. Xenogamy is cross pollination of two flowers of two different plants. Now, so these are three types of pollination: autogamy, geitonogamy, and xenogamy. Now you know, in xenogamy or cross pollination, some agents are required to transfer the pollen into the stigma. So which are these agents of pollination? These agents are divided into two: abiotic agent and biotic agent. A means non-living. It is non-living agent. First is anemophily. Anemos means wind. Phelan means love. These are wind-loving plants. Anemophily are wind-loving plant. Example is grasses and maize plant. You can see maize plant is monoecious. Monoecious means male and female flowers are born on the same plant. Male flowers are inconspicuous, very much small, light in weight. Female flowers are born towards the lower side of the plant. Female inflorescence is called cob. The grains of maize that we eat is single ovule. So this cob consists of many ovules. Here, from each ovule, you will find silky hair-like structure coming out. This is called elongated style and it ends with stigma. So female flowers are called cob. Their inflorescence is called cob and they have silky, long, elongated style which ends with stigma. Male flower during air current, they are settled on the stigma of the female flower. So, male flowers are settled on stigma of the female plant of other plant. So, this is abiotic. What is second abiotic factor? Hydrophily. Hydro means water and phily means love. Phelan means love. Hydro means water. They are water-loving plant. Example is Vallisneria, Hydrilla and Zostera. Look here, this is the Vallisneria plant. It is dioecious. Di means two. Here two plants separate where male and female reproductive structure. Male flower when become mature, they dehisce and come on the surface of water. Female flower has long stalk. This long stalk is highly coiled when the flower is immature. When this flower becomes mature, the stalk uncoiled, bring the flower on the surface of water. This flower comes on the surface of water. Floating pollen settle on the stigma of the carpel or pistil and pollination takes place. So Vallisneria shows hydrophily or water pollination. Second plant is Zostera. This Zostera plant, it is also a water plant. In Zostera, pollen grains are light and they remain submerged in water. Because specific gravity of pollen grain is similar to the specific gravity of water. So these pollen remain submerged in water and along the current of water When they come on the stigma of female plant, they cause pollination. So Zostera, Vallisneria and Hydrilla are example of water plants. Next is biotic factor. Bio means living. Biotic factors are insect pollinated plant. It is called entomophily. Entomophily means insect pollinated plant. These plants have petals of attractive shape. They produce nectar and insect visit the plant to suck the nectar. One insect, if it visit flower of one plant and same insect visit flower of other plant, then it will deposit pollen attached to its body into the stigma of the other plant. That is entomophily. Now, which insect cause bees, wasps, etc.? Ornithophily, bird pollinated plant. These bird pollinated plants have funnel shaped corolla. Petals are closed, forming a funnel like structure so that birds can deposit pollen with its long beak inside the flower. So birds pollinated plant, they are called ornithophily. Example, sunbird and hummingbird. Chiropterophily, it is bat pollinated plant. This chir means hand, pteron means wing, phalin means love. Meaning of chiropterophily: care means hand, pteron means wing, phalin means love. They are bat pollinated plant. You know, bat is a nocturnal mammal. This bat pollinate plant called Kigelia pinnata. Example of plant is Kigelia pinnata.